everyone, this is Dragon Racer 13. I am the GM of the PTKs on the PlayStation North American server, and I am making this video in response to the most recent patch that ZeniMax put out back on Tuesday, April 20th, that kind of broke being able to move around in your craft bag, move around in your guild trader listing screen, and sell to merchants. This is affecting both PlayStation and Xbox consoles. I'm going to be referring to PlayStation controller buttons since that's what I play on, but if the Xbox viewers out there just use your same equivalent buttons, this will work the same for you too as a workaround. Because basically what seems to have happened is just it's a UI error. You are still scrolling through these items, it's just not visually appearing until you tab away and then tab back into it again. It's frustrating, it's annoying. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it because, you know, we're all in that same boat. But what I did want to do was show you some workarounds. Some folks have posted on the Elder Scrolls forum how to do this. I've posted it on my guild's Discord channel and have tried to share it around, but a lot of people don't use Discord. A lot of folks don't go to the forums. They're in game and they're just confused about why they can't access their craft bag that they're paying for. You know, why they can't put listings up in their guild trader. And obviously as the GM of a trading guild, that's very concerning to me because you can still put up your listings in the guild trader to sell. You have to do this workaround. Also know sometimes reading things maybe on forums don't translate well for folks if it's not, you know, if English isn't your native language, or even just reading something and you're like, I can't visualize this. So I'm going to show you visually and walk you through how to do these workarounds, since Lord knows when ZOS is going to fix this for us. You can still do what you did before, and this is how you do it. So the easiest one is I have my inventory set at 10,000 gold for the purposes of seeing that you can still sell to merchants and you do still get your gold. You just have to do a little extra step to make sure you're not accidentally overselling your inventory. So I'm here at Vivec City. Gonna talk to my friend over here at the enchanting station.
I came to Vivec City.
I have some things I want to sell. I'm on my sell screen. I want to sell him these ornate pieces. So on PlayStation, you hit X to sell. You can see my 10,000 gold just changed to 10,180. I did get the gold. You heard the cha-ching of the coin sound effect, but it looks as if the necklace is still there in my inventory. And so folks that are seeing this, maybe not realizing they did get paid, not realizing it did sell, might keep clicking X to try and resell it, but what they're doing is selling everything in their inventory from top to bottom. So don't do that. I clicked that I wanted to sell it. I'm going to hit my R1 button to go to the buyback screen, and you can even see what I just sold right there at the top of the buyback screen. Hit L1 to go back to your sell. It has now updated. It has recognized that I sold the necklace. Now let's sell the cuirass. X again. Boom. My money went up. It still looks like it's in my inventory, but it's not. I R1 over to buy back. You can see it in the list. I L1 back over to sell, and my proper inventory is showing. So if you just want to sell to a merchant, you can just tab back and forth between your buyback and your sell, just to be absolutely certain that you're selling what you want to sell and not accidentally selling things that you don't intend to. This also works for your assistants as well. So if I pull up my kitty merchant, good old Fizzazz, that works too. You just do the same thing. I want to sell this ruby ash bow. Gonna sell it. Got my gold. It changed up there. Go to buy back. There it is in the menu. Go back to sell again. Boom, it's gone. So this workaround is good for any NPC merchant. It's good for any of your Crown Store merchants that you bought. It works the same way. So that's the quickest and easiest one. You can still sell to your merchants, stuff that you want to sell. You just need to do that workaround to make sure you're not accidentally selling things you don't want to. You can still access what you need from your craft bag. Again, it's just kind of an annoying workaround. So here I am in my inventory. I'm going to R1 over to my craft bag. Now, normally folks are used to scrolling, like I scroll usually down with the directional button. I'm hitting down on the directional button, but absolutely nothing right now is happening on my screen. Visually. Looks like, oh, I can't scroll through my craft bag. You can. It is actually picking up the input of my controller, hitting down on the directional button. It's just not updating visually in the UI on the screen. If I hit L1 to go back to my inventory, and I hit R1 again, hey, look at that, I'm on pitch pile now, because I kept hitting down on my directional button. So here's another example. Let me hit up once on my directional pad. I should see Nernroot highlighted, but I don't right now. L1 to inventory, R1 back, boom, Nernroot. Then you can take action, you can retrieve, you can select how many you want to retrieve. You can still do everything you want to with your craft bag. You just need to, much like with the merchant, tab back and forth between the two screens to kind of get around where you need to. Another trick is that you can skip entire categories of things. Say I don't want to be in alchemy, I want to be in blacksmithing. I can hit my R2 button to go down a whole category. So I just did it. Nothing changed because of this stupid glitch. But if I L1 back to inventory, and I R1 back to my craft bag, well, now I'm down to bait. Let me hit R2 again. Flip back one tab, flip back again, boom, I'm in my blacksmithing. Okay. Say you don't want to have to tab through all these things. Say I want to sell tempering alloy. I know I want to sell my tempering alloy. I just want to get there. Let me, first off, tab back up to the top. Switch back. You have a search box here that you can use. You can make use of this search box. I want to sell my temps. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, well, yeah, there we go. I forgot about tempered brass. So you can still search. You can type in your search box. Here, let me make this less annoying. Tempering. Go left, back to right, boom. I've got my tempering alloys, and I can go ahead and retrieve however many I want to. So let's go ahead and take out 8. We want to sell 8 in our guild store. So we're going to take out 8 tempering alloy that are now showing in my inventory. So, let's go visit our friendly banker.
So many strangers of late. I suppose Lord...
Going to the guild store, let's go to my guild. Now, conveniently, blacksmithing, of course, is going to show at the top, so that's going to be easy to sell. But let's say you didn't want to sell the tempering alloy. Let's say I wanted to sell my polished ivory down there. That's down 2 times. So I'm going to hit down 2 times on my directional pad. I'm going to L1, back to browsing the whole guild inventory for the store. I'm going to R1 back over to my inventory. Boom. My ivory polished is now available. I can click on it, I can, change the pricing, I can still absolutely list it in the trader. You just have to, once again, much like with the craft bag, you're having to just directional pad up and down, kind of the number of times that you want to. And then same thing, there is a search that you can do for your inventory while you're in your guild trader. So if you know the motif name you want to sell, or you know you want to sell rosin or drogue wax, and you've pulled them out of your crafting bag, you can just search for them and then just go back and forth L1 R1 to get to them. So there's my 8 tempering alloy. I like to be a good denizen of my guild and check to see what it's selling at, what other people are selling it for, so I'm not grossly overpricing or underpricing it. Here's 8 at 4,625 each. So okay, well that seems average, so I'll do that. So 4,625 each. 8 of them is going to be 37,000. Here's my 8 that I pulled out of my craft bag. Go over to my listings, boom, it's there. They're out of my inventory, they are in my guild trader store now. So it's a pain in the butt, I realize, having to tab back and forth constantly for your craft bag, for your selling to a merchant, and for listing your guild trader listings. It's not convenient, it stinks. But it is at least kind of easily workaroundable. Better than just thinking you can't actually sell anything or can't actually retrieve anything. You just need to tab back and forth between your listings, between your inventory and your craft bag, and between your sell and your buyback. If there's an easier method anyone else has found, feel free to leave a comment on this video. At this point, I'm just all for helping everyone try to figure out how to work around this mess until hopefully ZOS fixes this, and hopefully their fix doesn't break anything else any worse. We will keep our fingers crossed, but for now, I hope that helps you out. Please feel free to share this with anyone else that you know that's having issues trying to function, just do basic functions in this game since last week's update. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't usually do videos, but felt this was important enough to try and get the word out to folks. Have a good one, and happy selling!